Hello there. So today we have a little bit of a different kind of video. Today this is a hair related video and I'm going to be testing out the Lime Crime Unicorn hair dye. It is in the shade SEXT and I've never ever dyed my hair anything like this shade before. In a minute I will show you a couple of photos that they used for kind of promo. So you can see kind of what I'm kind of expecting or kind of hoping for. This is no reflection on the Unicorn hair brand, but I dye my hair very frequently and it's very rare that I actually get the colour that I think I'm going to get. I think that's kind of the risk you take when you dye your hair at home. But saying that, one time I paid a lot of money to get my hair dyed pastel pink in a hair salon. And it was awful. It turned out red. It was terrible. And it was the day before my sister's wedding. And I was like head bridesmaid. I was so fecked off. I went home. I just washed my hair, like shampooed it a million times in a row to try and dilute it. It was fucking awful. So I got this from the Cult Beauty website. It cost £13, which is quite expensive when my usual kind of semi-permanent hair dye usually costs about £5, so it is definitely one of the more expensive ones that I will have tried. This is in the shade SEXT. This is what the kind of image looks like on the Cult Beauty page. So it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's like a plummy shade, but officially it describes itself as being a dusky rose kind of shade. So it does claim to be a vegan and cruelty free. It has taken 3 years for the formula to be kind of perfected, and they say that it contains only the purest vegan ingredients that are gentle on the hair in full coverage and tint formulas. So I'm hoping that this is full coverage because I don't really want a tint. Because to me, tint sounds like something that I wouldn't really want. It just says massage colour into each strand for longer lasting, more intense results. What? For longer lasting, more intense results, leave the dye for 1 to 2 hours. For more pastel results, wash out after 30 minutes. I think I'm going to be leaving this on probably between about 30 and 60 minutes. I don't want it to be like super pastel-y to the point that you can't really see it and it looks like a bit of a stain, but then again I probably don't want it to be like the boldest of the bold dusky rose ever, so I'll probably leave it on for maybe like up to an hour. And it just says unicorn hair will not damage your hair as it does not contain any harsh chemicals or bleach. So I'm just gonna be shampooing my hair, then towel drying it, applying this, and then just praying to the gods. I mean, really. So the next time you see me, I will be in my bathroom and I will show you a little bit of the application process, and then I'll probably be back tomorrow when my hair's kind of all dried and done and we can see the final results. And yeah, I'll be able to then update you in the comments down below, or if you follow me on Snapchat or Instagram, I will give you updates to tell you kind of how long it lasted for, when it started to fade, like how many washes did it survive through, you know, all of the usual stuff. Anyway, let's get straight into dyeing my fecking hair. Okay, so welcome to my bathroom. I'm just about to begin with shampooing my hair, and then we're going to move on to the application. But I just wanted to show you kind of what my hair looks like going into this, because I think it's really useful for you to be able to make an informed decision, to know what my starting point is, you know, because my hair is pretty light at the moment. I did bleach the roots yesterday and yeah, it's pretty goddamn light. So there it is. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I've shampooed my hair, I've kind of towel dried it a bit. It's just out of control right now. I mean, look at it right now. I've got the tub here of my SEXT hair dye. It's funny, you know, because I've received, or not received, but I've seen conflicting advice on kind of one website, which was Lime Crime's website, which is the one I should go with, it did say that you can leave this on for 30 minutes for a pastel shade or for up to 2 hours for more of it, like an intense shade. But there's somewhere else, I'm sure that I read that you should just leave on for 30 minutes, so I'm a little bit in the dark. I feel like I'm going to go somewhere between 30 and 60 minutes. I will kind of confirm once I've done it, so that you know, but I don't want it just to be like barely there. I feel like if I'm testing it out, I really want to, you know, test it out, because I don't just want to like do this and then it's just nothing, you know. So anyway, I'm just opening up the little protective seal shindig. Oh, Shania Twain. I picked up my nail. I mean, what is that all about? Okay, so this is what it looks like. And it doesn't really have like, you know, your typical hair dye smell to it. It kind of smells like, you know, like a face mask that's like a mud mask. It's kind of like that. Okay, so, I mean, do I have gloves? I don't know. I never have gloves. Okay, so I couldn't find any gloves. There's something about being in the bathroom that makes me very like, no, because I've got all this space. I don't have a fucking bed behind me. I feel like I'm going to film every single video in the bathroom going forward. Okay, so let's just do this. I mean, let's begin. It's a bit awkward because I've got to kind of lean forward, but, you know, first world problems. Okay, to the hair dyeing gods, please let this look fucking awesome. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of go in with the brush, right? Let's do it. The first brush is the deepest. What? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so there is the first little bit. This brush is too big for the tub. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? I mean, really. Okay, so just popping this on. Usually honeys will help me when I'm dyeing my hair, but he's watching football right now because apparently that's more important than helping me dye my hair. I mean, can you believe it? Okay, so just pop this on. I hope I've got enough in here to cover my whole head, because I do have a lot of hair. I'm not going to show you the whole kind of application process because I feel like it would be pretty boring. But yeah, oh my gosh, what am I going to do when my brush won't go in anymore? I'll be fucked. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. Not much to see really, but I'm going to get on with the application process and then I'll show you once I've done it all so we can see and admire or just gasp in horror together. I mean, okay, so I'm back and I'm just fed up of fecking around with the brush. It won't go in the little tub, so I'm just going to go to my hands now. I feel like I would have been here like till Christmas probably if I was just messing about with the fecking brush. So yeah, and also mental note for next time, get a smaller brush. I would usually use plastic gloves. I mean, obviously when I bleach my hair, I always use plastic gloves and I would always recommend that you do. But because this is like vegan and I feel like the chemicals in here aren't too kind of harsh, I feel quite comfortable just using my bare hands. But I would always say, you know, with most kind of typical hair dyes, make sure that you do use the plastic gloves. Because you want to protect your skin. So yeah, by the way, look at me looking more and more like a drowned rat by the second. Ta-da! So I've completely covered my entire head. There was more than enough product in the one tub. I literally could completely cover like all of my hair. Probably not. When I've probably, you know, got this dry and I can look at it, there's probably loads that's not covered. But I feel like I've covered everything. I feel like if anything I had a little bit more than enough. So yeah, if I'd wanted to I could have easily like scraped out a little bit from the top. I've got it all on my forehead. But you can kind of see just like in the roots it does seem to be kind of taking a little bit. So I feel like I'm going to just keep checking up on it, and depending on how it's looking, I may leave it on for only 30 minutes, or I may be bold and leave it on for a bit longer. But as I said before, I will definitely confirm with you the length of time that it was on my head, just so that you have all the info that you need. And the next time you see me will probably be tomorrow, when my hair's dry and we can see what the results are. I'm very excited. So thank you for watching this little bit, and you'll be seeing the final results now. Hello there. So I'm back with my completed hair, just to show you how it turned out. So if I just start off by showing you a little picture of what they advertise kind of the final results to be, so you can kind of see it's very different. My hair's definitely taken on more of like a purpley kind of undertone, whereas this to me looks more of like a rosy kind of or pinky undertone. As you can see as well, if I just kind of show you, I've definitely not got full coverage, like especially here for some reason. I felt like that little tub was sufficient, you know, as I was applying it, because I felt like I had loads of product. But I believe that maybe if you wanted to get like full coverage, go in with 2 tubs, especially if you've got hair kind of as long as mine. I am really happy with the results. I'm really happy that I left it on for the full 2 hours, because I think that if I'd left it on for only 30 minutes, I wouldn't really have had much kind of colour payoff, and I don't think it would have been worth it. Also, Lime Crime Unicorn Hair is split into like 2 different formulas. So they've got a tint and they've got coverage, and the tints are meant to be like a pastel like tint. So just like note that if you're going to be buying one, just note what kind of formula the shade is, because if it's a tint, leave it on for 2 hours. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth bothering with it, because I don't think you get much like payoff. As you saw, like at the beginning, my hair was like super light, but even then, I mean, the colour is different to how they advertised it to be. But saying that, I mean, I'm really happy with this. If you follow me on Snapchat or Instagram, I will be doing updates, and you can kind of get an idea about how long this lasted and how the fade out was. But I do have a feeling it's probably going to fade fairly quickly. I did actually like the hair dye so much that I went online and I bought 2 more. I got Gargoyle, which is a beautiful grey shade. I'm so excited to try that. And I also got Tweet, which is a bright feck off yellow shade. I've been wanting to dye my hair yellow for ages, and because I enjoyed the whole experience of using the unicorn hair dye, I figured, why not get the yellow one? So I probably won't be filming those, but of course, if you'd like to see them, I would happily film them for you. Watch me feck up my hair, watch me fecking make my hair yellow, and it's a fecking disaster, and I'm fecked off. Just, you know, if you want to, just let me know, but otherwise I'll probably just be Snapchatting and Instagramming the results. So just in conclusion, I would definitely recommend the unicorn hair. Obviously I can only speak for this shade SEXT, because all of the formulas are probably going to be different, and also I think it's tough with hair dye, because I think a lot of like what kind of result you're going to get depends on the quality of your hair, and also the shade of your hair, how light it is pre-dyeing. So I think it's kind of tough to say, oh yeah, this is great hair dye, because for me, I really enjoyed it. It didn't have a toxic smell to it. It didn't feel unpleasant on my head. It didn't burn, and I had that fecker on for 2 fecking hours, and it felt very comfortable. So I think for me, I would feel confident recommending it to you, but please keep in mind, I've only tried SEXT, so the other formulas could be different. But in my experience, I really liked the unicorn hair dye, and I would definitely recommend. So just to show you, I'll do a little bit of a round the back. Hello, hello. See, I've not even seen round the back yet. You're seeing like the round the back before I'm even seeing it. And also one thing, I feel like really awkward, like here like this against the wall. That's a bit awkward, isn't it? But also just one thing to point out, I've not brushed my hair. Like, I've literally not brushed my hair. That's why it's got a little bit of a wave in. It's literally because I put it in the bun and I slept in it. But you could definitely see it's not like super taken everywhere. But I like it. I mean, I like it. I like that it's not perfect, and I think that with pastel hair colour, it looks good when it's like this, because although saying that, I would like it to be like fully covered. That would be nice, but it's never happened yet, so my expectations are a lot lower these days. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you've got any questions or any comments, if there's anything that I've missed out. Please feel free to ask me downstairs in the comments. I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with more. Bye. Just to show you as well, look. Give you a little bit of a tour of my head.